What's up you guys, it's Martin here, and it's about that time of year again where senior high school students are making one of the most important decisions of their lives. That's right, choosing universities. And in this video I'll be sharing 7 things to consider before choosing your university. Things I wish someone told me when I was in the same position as you guys last year. So without further ado, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the video. So the first thing is that university is not your only option. That is, you can take a gap year, consider a community college, or get straight into working. Essentially, university is one huge opportunity cost, in which you have to sacrifice not only your time, but take on student debt in order to just get one flimsy piece of paper with your name on it. Kind of reminds me of this meme where it's like, did you do it? Yes. What did it cost you? Everything. So you should really consider all your options before deciding if university is really right for you, because that money and time could potentially be better spent elsewhere. The second thing to consider is location, and something I wish I considered more heavily is how far it is from home and how easy it is to get back. For me, I live around 3 hours away from my school, and it's a little bit more difficult for me to get back home compared to if I lived an hour away. And another thing to ask yourself is, do you like the surroundings and is there a lot to explore? Because if you like the location, you're going to have a lot more fun at school than if you didn't like the environment and where you were at. So one thing to do before choosing your university is to go on a tour and visit the school. And the third thing to consider is size of the school, whether you like a bigger school or a smaller school. And the main differences is that in the bigger school you would have more students in your program, so you wouldn't get to know your professors as well as you would if you were at a smaller school. A big school would be more ideal if you were a more independent learner and you didn't need the guidance of your teachers all the time. And on the other hand, a small school would give you a little bit more guidance as the teachers can spend a little bit more time trying to help you. Bigger schools could also have more clubs and extracurricular activities as they have more resources and people, and a smaller school would probably have less clubs and events compared to a larger school. Another thing about larger schools is that because there are a larger amount of students, you probably would not know everybody as well as you would if you had a smaller community like in a smaller school. The fourth thing you should consider is the environment, as the environment and school culture are very important in determining whether or not you like or enjoy the school compared to others. Like if you're really into school spirit and the party life, you would probably consider a university that's more oriented to that type of lifestyle that you like. And to find out about this, you should probably speak to alumni from your high school who went to that university that you're interested in. So really talk to your alumni and do your research on these things. Another thing that's very important to consider while choosing your university is to smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, because that really helps to push out my videos to help more people. But seriously, going on to the fifth point, we should really consider that prestige isn't everything, because in essence, different universities offering the same program have their students learn basically the same things, regardless of how prestigious your school is. I think I made the mistake to only consider prestige when choosing my program, because after I got rejected from McMaster Health Sci, I just chose the next best thing, which everybody said that Western Med Sci prepares you well for med school, so I just chose that. But luckily, all these other factors lined up with what I liked in the school, and yeah, I'm pretty fortunate that I don't hate my school. Prestige isn't everything, and you basically learn about the same content across schools as long as it's the same program and same subjects. The sixth thing to consider is career opportunity, and you have to ask yourself, will this set me up for my future career or my future career goals? And you will have to be the judge here if this prepares you well to get a job in the future. Some schools may have a better career counseling network than others, and some schools may offer co-op while other schools don't. So that should be one of the factors that go into you choosing your university. Last but not least, we have finances. And this one's a no-brainer because you have to be able to pay for your education and not make it an even bigger sacrifice to your quality of life as it needs to be, and set yourself up for years and years of debt repayment when you could have went to a cheaper option like a community college that would have given you a similar education than if you went to a more expensive and more well-known university. So really weigh out your options, and if you're fortunate enough to have your parents pay for your education, you should really discuss with them how much they're comfortable paying, because you may not realize it, but now you're in early adulthood and discussing finances with your parents is not a once-in-a-blue-moon event anymore. So yeah, as a young adult, you're stepping into the world of adulthood, and you have to really consider more things than just going to school, such as your finances and your future career. So yeah, those are 7 things to consider before choosing your university. If you're still unsure about your choice, you should keep speaking to trusted adults or your friends about which universities to choose or what other options that might be open for you. And keep working out the pros and cons of each option and see what would be best for the situation you're in. And remember, there's no shame of not going to university, because there are so many more options out there that do not come with the drawbacks that university entails, such as the large student debt and the opportunity cost of your time. So keep exploring your options, because there are countless things you can do at this age instead of following everybody else and going straight into university because all your friends are doing it. So that's it for this video. If this video helped you with your university decision, then please share it with a friend, and remember, as always, to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content, because that really helps my channel as I'm just starting out. Thanks, and I'll see you guys on the next one.